Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing well. It's currently 7:30 p.m. Central Time. It is Wednesday. Yeah, it is Wednesday, our second day back after a little break moving back into college. But more importantly than moving back into college, it is now time to head over and do our warm up. Hope you're all having a great day so far. I've had a notably wonderful. I think the only downside today is I wanted to do my meal prep for the week and I ran out of time, so I just had my favorite ramen. So that's not really a loss at all. I'm just very happy to have my favorite ramen. Um, Hung out with my roommate just a tiny bit and went to the park. Got to watch all the ducks. I saw a green heron, and I also watched it catch fish. Like the whole it put its arm over the water. It was so cool, and I was like just mesmerized by this cool freaking bird. I fed the ducks some corn. Weirdly enough, though, they were hiding in the shade, of course. And I go over there, feed them a little bit. Some of them are like very happy. After a little bit, I think I interrupted their nap time because they all just went to sleep. And whenever I tossed corn, they just didn't really care. So I started tossing some of the corn towards like the grackles, and they had a ton of fun. I brought some sunflower seeds and peanuts for the grackles, but they also enjoyed some of the corn. And there was only one grackle who like it was weird. She would like land in the tree above me and then like look at me, just on not breaking eye contact. It was kind of creepy. And then I would throw a peanut or something, and it would go get it, chirp, and then leave, and then come back to the tree and just repeat that cycle. I'm not sure if that chirp was like a thank you or it was just like a food call. Oh wow, that a lot more ghosting. Um, but I mean, there's a lot of fledgling grackles, and so there's a lot of the parents feeding the fledgling grackles. It's kind of funny. Um, and I saw a hummingbird for the first time in who knows how long, which was a real treat. And then doves. I think those were all the little critters I saw. Um, and then squirrels, of course. You can't escape them. But that green heron, or yeah, heron, um, that was so cool. It moves so like methodically, so like so calculated. It just waltzes almost, and just watching it do the little wing thing on the side of the pond, crazy. And then it caught two fish, and that's all I saw it catch. Probably caught more. Um, which I didn't even know there were fish right there in that pond, let alone like that big. It caught some pretty big fish. Finished the entire storyboard for the lesson 3 video. So we'll be moving on to the lesson 4 video tomorrow. Very excited. I think I may be able to finish the intro tomorrow, the storyboard for the entire intro. Mainly because it's going to be very similar to the lesson 3 one. My lines are very precise today, but not at all accurate. And just a little bit wobbly, but I think that's just because I'm distracted. Hence our warm up. But I'm in a notably great mood. I was worried that today, like it would sink in that school is starting again, and it's only going to be uphill from here on out until winter break or whatever. And I mean, that still is true, but either I'm jaded and apathetic towards my situation, or I just have chosen not to care about all that and to move forward with doing the things I like in the day, which is drawing, working on the lesson videos, cooking, cleaning, really anything other than working on schoolwork. Also, weirdly enough today, I had the first thought of this kind, uh, which I usually only have like in the middle of finals or things. which is, and it's also because I watched this Jerma clip. I know that's a great way to start a conversation. Of it's his slide talk. He was playing a game with a slide, and he talks about how you can feel lost in your early 20s, but more importantly, you don't have to be an amazing, rock star, actor, scientist, whatever. Not that I ever really wanted to, you know. I want to like pursue to be the best that I can be, and if that so happens to get me somewhere, then cool, or like accolades. But I'm not fighting for those. Um, but that was a part of just this thought I had today where I could be a gardener for all I cared, despite my, college education that I've worked very hard for. And if that brought me more joy than any software engineering job, then I would rather do that. Which is weird because I've spent 4 grueling years studying this. And there's many more years of learning to be had for software engineering and computers, especially with the field changing as much as it is now. But I realized I don't have to be held down to one job and that it will change. And I really hope the engineering space changes for the better with the advent of AI. Now, is that a crazy weird take to have or a hope to have given the direction things are going? Yes. What's up, Cat? I can ban you. We disappear for 5 days, Cat, and that's the first thing you want to say? But I hope a lot of the churn and burnout that comes from this job or these kinds of jobs can maybe be reduced with the use of coding tools. Well, Kat, I'm going to ask you, or just say a very different thing, and ask how's it been going over the past couple days that we've not been streaming. Hope you're doing well. I want to play Journey again. This music is giving me that kind of vibe. After not drawing for 2 weeks, huge. Glad to hear you're back. You just drawing for fun, for play, or are you doing a regimen? Drawing more horses for play, huge. That sounds really fun. Inspired by Sadie at all? Her work's great, especially the cool pirate themed horse she drew today. Oh, I forgot to read. She suggested a cosmic horror thing or an eldritch horror thing, and I failed to read that today. Possibly. I have a hope for today that the cylinder will be perfect. It is the best cylinder ever drawn by man. And Uncomfy will appear in chat, say, Kavel, you are done with cylinders. You cannot improve further than this. Move on to lesson 6. Will that happen? Probably not. But a man can dream. I'm finally here today and Bear isn't here. I hope she's well. She commented that she didn't get much sleep last night, so I hope she's getting her sleep hours in. I was thinking of playing Leife today. I really hope that's how you pronounce her name. But I wanted for the more mellow options. That's why we're playing the Sky playlist. We'll hide this this goofy timer for now. Decent box. Our line work improved. I feel like this is a bit off though. Drew a little bit of lizards today. Or more so inked them. I plan to do the same tomorrow. I'm going to draw more horses tomorrow. The muzzle is a pain to draw. Yeah, there's a lot of forms right there. Especially if you wanted to obey perspective. Thank you, thank you. Maybe I'll draw a horse out of inspiration from you two. Or maybe that could be the animal I draw for my lesson 5 video. So for all the 3, 4, and 5 videos, I'm doing a time lapse of a construction. And I've been thinking of what animal I want to do for lesson 5 that like encapsulates everything that lesson 5 is about. And I really think horses are up there because their muscles are visible. Very prominent. They have, a snout. The only thing they don't have, which is a bit unfortunate, is like fingers, right? Like opposable up, like whatever. But they just have hooves instead of like paws, and I feel like paws are so I feel like a big cat, like a puma or a tiger, would be a better pick. Horse, OG meme right there. Well, Cat, I'm very glad to hear that you're back into drawing and you're having some fun with some horses. And I think I'll join you in that endeavor. Also, school is starting soon. Once I get into the groove of school, depending on how difficult my classes are, I'm thinking of moving streams an hour earlier to 6:30 p.m. Central Time. And waking up an hour earlier. Can I pick a name for the wheel again? Almost at 5K. Let me look during BRB to see how many entries you have on there. But I'd say hold off for now. And then once we spin this Friday, you could probably put a new one in there. But we'll see. Oof, that's a bit rough. It's very hot outside, but I still like once I got back from hanging out at the park, I showered and then had some ramen. I like feel so zenned out right now. Maybe it's all the carbs. But like I just sat back and I showered. I sat back, watched Sakamoto Days while just chowing down on some Shin Black, and man, I'm happy with that. That put me in a pretty great mood. And raining. Yeah, I've heard it's raining for a lot of people right now, or a lot of my friends at least. I'm not gonna say it's hot for summer right now. It's just hot generally outside. Do I wish it was like a tropical weather? It's super cool. Hell yeah, but that's not what we get. And that was a very incorrect ellipse, but yeah. Am I watching the new King of the Hill? No, but I've heard wonderful things about it, like really good things. So much so that I may even watch it. Like I don't really watch shows outside of like the one anime that I hyperfixate on per month or per year or whatever. But the new King of the Hill sound, I've heard great things. You want to watch it so bad? What is it? What is it being streamed on? I feel like Hulu or something. Hulu. Yeah, it makes sense. From the clips that I've seen, and I mean the first King of the Hill also did this as well, but it seems like a show where it's not trying to be too preachy. It's just a good watch. It's not like Family Guy where everyone kind of sucks. It's real people, kind of. Of course, parodies of real people, I guess. One thing, I was watching a paper will, or not watching, I was listening, because it was when I was driving to college. Um, I was listening to a paper will video. It was his Dark Side of Kids TV video. Also, guys, please go subscribe to Paper Will. Um, so the Hulu app is shutting. That's crazy. I knew like Hulu and Disney were big, but I feel like that's a monopoly or something. Anyways, um, everyone please go subscribe to Paper Will. His videos are actually awesome, especially his North Korea entertainment video. He handles a lot of the more sensitive topics of all of his videos very tactfully. He's very funny. Clearly has a big passion for YouTube and making videos. Once again, go subscribe to Paper Will. But his video on Dark Side of Kids Media or TV shows or something like that, he ends the video with saying it's not all just doom and gloom. There are actual people with passions that aren't horrible people that make kids shows for the intent of giving kids entertainment or life lessons. And he demonstrated this by talking about Mr. Robertson at a Senate court hearing about continuing PBS. I never watched that show growing up, but I've heard so many good things about it. And hearing his speech that Paper Will played in his video, like I was like, man, I wish I grew up with that, because I know he's changed the lives. Let me make sure here. Wait. Yeah, Mr. Robertson. Okay, I thought it was Mr. Robinson for some odd reason. No, I was tripping. Okay, Mr. Robertson, and I almost want to watch these. I'm not sure if that's like a thing that will be entertaining. Gongaga. What's up, Bear? Bear, I feel like you'd have a really good opinion on this. Did you watch Mr. Robertson growing up? And here, Bear, just to reward you for showing up. Whoa, and Monkey. Well, to reward both of you guys for showing up, even though Monkey doesn't get ads, we're going to go into 2 minutes of ads. And then, yeah, cylinders. So you guys know the drill. So be right back. Bam. 2 minutes of ads. Get ad smitten. Crazy. No, Mr. Robertson. It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood. A wonderful to be a neighbor, right? That's how it goes. I didn't grow up watching it, but I've heard many things about it. Also, I just realized Bear's probably experiencing adpocalypse right now. Mr. Rogers. Oh my god. It's Mr. Dude, I never grew up watching this. I'm gonna check mine too. If you're a mark multiple times, you get a combo. I'm assuming that's about the Finch app. Mr. Rogers, I'm so sorry. Mr. Rogers, I'm trolling? This is yet another sign that I did not grow up watching Mr. Rogers. But if you guys grew up watching Mr. Rogers, watch the documentary. Do I watch that tonight, guys? I guess Bear's not experiencing ads also. I'm sorry, Bear. I leaned over and almost gave myself a cramp in my leg to click on a tab. Would you mind spoiling? Did he lead a good life? Like, did he? Please don't tell me he was like swindled for all of his money in the end. Like, I really hope he had a great life. From what I've heard, and I didn't even get his name right for the first half of the stream, which is crazy embarrassing, but it's really 1 in a trillion that we get people like that. Just came today was a long day. Oh, sorry to hear, Abigail. Well, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the streams too. You know what, Monkey, Mr. Rogers. Yes. Sorry, I was saying the wrong name. Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. Yeah. And Monkey, you know what? Out of principle, I'm going to deny. I'm going to deny that automod. I'm going. I'm going to block. Fair enough. Want to know? Want to know what that word monkey was censored for? It was censored for sex-based terms, which is crazy. I'm very surprised that that's like a thing that Twitch picks up on. Yep. I remember in the documentary there's an episode where he uses his characters to talk about 9/11. Yeah, I heard from the Paper Will video that he would find ways to talk about very sensitive and tough topics, um, to children and to like talk to them to children, which I found extreme. Like how good do you have to be to not only be really eloquently spoken and to be able to like communicate with a child, let alone transform these like extremely scary and difficult concepts into and introduce it to a child in a way that doesn't invoke a very visceral reaction. That show is one of a kind. And now we have Germa, so I'm not sure if that's better or worse. But no. Guys, we need to push for Germa. We need to push for Germa to have a meet the neighborhood type beat. I've discovered that my new chair does not lean back. What? Is that maybe that's a good thing, you know? Maybe that's a sign. Maybe basically except that he refuses to speak about politics. True. It's a good thing. Yeah, okay. It's safer. Yeah. Already. Well, with that being said, let's head over here. Less wobbling when I draw from back and forth. True. I was just considering the possibility of you falling back in your chair. And better posture, yeah. Let's head over here, guys. So, yep, we're going to be doing another cylinder. Any votes for if it's high degree, low degree, foreshortened, twisted left, right? Any, it's extremely tall, extremely short. High foreshortening, low foreshortening. I already said that. And bear, not to brag. Also, same thing to monkey. Do people watch the news? I do. Like the same news? Possibly. It's area based most of the time. Not to brag, bear or monkey, because I feel like monkey's a ramen connoisseur. I just had some Shin black ramen. So yeah, I watch the news every day. I'm always caught up. Big news fan. I stopped watching the news after last season. The season finale it wasn't for me. I used to be a ramen connoisseur big, but I can't anymore. Understandable. Oh, what am I doing? Let's draw a cylinder. I can't eat it. Oh, dude, I'm so sorry. I'll refrain from talking about it. I get the trauma on YouTube. I need to get more microphone wire. It's like very oh, another. You are actually evil. For those who don't see it, Monkey has just redeemed a wheel entry that is another cylinder. Is he allowed to do that? I'm putting it in there. Oh, what's up, Jim? Welcome, Jim. Hi, Jims. Welcome. I'm gonna allow it because it's funny. If we skip over it, if it lands on it, yeah, who cares? But I like it. Out of principle, I like it a lot. All right, let's get this timer started. How's it going, Jims? It's been a minute because I've not been streaming. I saw the bird feeder that you sent, the 3D printed bird feeder. Very big. Monkey glaze again. I'm sorry, but I'm allowed to acknowledge that Monkey made a funny joke. You're a cylinder fan? Boom, there. I'm reporting this to whom? The audacity. Ooh, it's not. I can see like the clouds outside. It's like sunset time. It's very pretty. This is why you can't give me a window. You just need to put me in a giant box of like with drywall. Don't let me look outside. I get distracted and hopeful, and I get wanderlust. Don't give me hope. Guys, okay, I gotta be real with you. Real moment incoming. Last semester, I was so like stressed. Like not the most stressed I've ever been, but like so burnt out of school and stuff. You haven't been streaming either. It's fine. Don't worry about it, Jims. You're getting a new graphics card, right? You're working on it. You're working on it. Hey. There was a point last semester where I was like so sure I wasn't gonna get a 4. I know this is like a nothing burger to you guys. Like, oh no, you don't get a 4.0. I've been fighting for a 4.0, right? My entire college career, and it means a lot to me. And whether it should or not, and uh, there's one point last semester where I was entirely sure I was getting a B, and completely confident. There were beyond a shadow of a reasonable doubt. I was sure that I was getting a B. And then I got a grade in. A grade was changed to the point where it was more than just a little bit possible to get a 4.0. And at that point, I actually like not broke down, but I was like, please don't give me hope. They say it's extremely difficult. College is tough. Or at least I can only attest to my college and my degree, but it is hard. It requires a lot of effort every day. Depending on your goals. I was talking to my roommate in the car today, and if I would ever give anybody college advice nowadays, or like what's your biggest regret in college, I would tell them be careful of your priorities. My biggest regret is pushing for a 4.0. Probably. I don't regret not going to parties because I'm not a partier. Or stuff like that. I just regret spending so much stress and time trying to get a 4.0. I've pushed away hobbies and health and family and friends just for the sake of getting, and like you could be like, okay, well, if you acknowledge that now, don't get a 4.0. But I've spent so much, it's, sunk cost fallacy. I've spent years of effort at this point trying to maintain this. And so to give up now would be a disgrace to the effort I've put in so far. If I was going to do college all over again, then yeah, I wouldn't go for a 4.0, but oh, huge. Good to hear. And yeah, this summer did go by fast. Guess it was a good summer. It was a really good summer. And my last summer, probably. Unless I like really mess up school somehow. Knock on wood. School wise, I'm fine, but my regret is relationship drama. That's, yeah. School life in general is full of that. But I can. What is it? Sympathy. I always forget what the difference between empathy and sympathy is. I haven't experienced it personally in college, like to the point where I regretted a ton, but definitely can like understand the pain of that, if that makes sense. Oh shoot, I forgot to edit the VOD from last stream. I'll do that tonight. I want a smoothie. But yeah, college is just chaos. if there was another option of like become an intern for 4 years and just learn, or like no, like go to school for 2 years and then school, half intern for a year, and then intern for a year, and then send me out to the workforce, I feel like that would have been so much more efficient and probably cheaper. Because like, my higher level classes, they are important. I am learning important things that like won't be only applicable to research. But at the same time, now, did I need to go through complexity theory and design analysis of algorithms? Probably not. I'm probably never going to use that. But college is still useful. Actually, what am I saying? I'm not in like the workforce yet. I don't know. I'd like to believe it is. I've learned a ton, that's for sure. I feel like if you stick anybody in a box and say learn, then someone's probably going to learn. The thing I'm most proud of in college, though, that I regret the least, is streaming. I'm not as proud. Like, this sounds stupid and superficial, but I promise you it's not. I am more happy that I picked up streaming and art than if I come out of college with a 4.0. Not to say that I don't cherish that achievement or anything, but like the fact that not only have I improved at art and had a lot of fun and met great people, but also like more than half of my college experience is on record. What childhood shows did you watch that you remember? Number one, SpongeBob. SpongeBob was big. That was there for me I watched that so much. SpongeBob, uh, Adventure Time, regular show, a little bit of Gumball, but like I was mostly older. Like I didn't watch it. Yeah, Samurai Jack, Kick Patowski. Kick Patowski. Lego Ninjago. You're surprised? Why are you surprised? What do you mean? That's like a show of all time, and this is very rectangular. Truth. That's a good emote to have. Camp Lazlo. I didn't watch Camp Lazlo, sadly, but I did definitely see it. I acknowledged its existence. You know what? Let's foreshorten this. We're gonna go crazy with it, guys. You watched Death Note in the anime? I love anime. Huge. Yeah, sadly, I wasn't much of an anime kid. Oh shoot, this one isn't an anime, but like it's right on the border. Or I'm not sure if it is actually an anime, but Avatar: The Last Airbender, guys. Freaking shout out, show of all time, kids show of all time. Avatar: The Last Airbender. You'd be lying if you didn't say it was peak. Is that going to be so? Whenever I have a rough semester, I have like a coping show. Like last semester, it was watching original Markiplier videos and like Signal Voices the Void, like something that's like very easy, light. It makes me happy. The semester before that was watching old Vine compilations, or maybe I'm getting like my numbers switched. Um, It's silly, but I did that to like make myself feel better. Maybe Avatar is gonna be my code Lyco, or is it Lyoko? I did not. I feel like I've heard of it. I'm trying to reach into the memory bank of like kids shows that I watched. Oh, I did watch the original Scooby Doo's. Oh my gosh, what's the I watched it every Sunday. They had like the Flintstones and whatever that future one is, and like all the OG Scooby Doo's. Boomerang? Did you guys is it Boomerang? Am I remembering it correctly? Did you guys watch Boomerang? I watched it when I was really, really baby. Shout out Boomerang, dude. I'm assuming they just shut down, or maybe like were bought by somebody. Samurai Jack is so far up there for me too. Tom and Jerry. Shout out, yep, Tom and Jerry. The Jetsons, thank you. Oh yeah, freaking Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry was so important for me. I only watched bits and pieces. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I watched Samurai Jack, but like only bits and pieces, and only until a couple of years ago I watched the entire thing again. So I will not tell you that I was a Samurai Jack kid. However, Boomerang was shut down by Warner Bros. In September 20. What? That happened in 2024? I thought it shut down like in 2006 or something. Because that's like when I stopped watching, or like 2008. Because after that, all I remember is like Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network. And then like the VHS my parents had of the Scooby Doo. $2024? I could have said my goodbyes. I'm a fake fan. I feel terrible. There was a standalone Boomerang streaming service that was shut down in September. Oh, okay, gotcha. But the TV channel is still live. Oh, what the, it's still live. Dang. I hope they're doing well then. When you were kids, did you like believe boomerangs were like super cool? I did. I still think they're cool, but like I really wished there wasn't like a 50-50 chance you just knock yourself out or get a concussion or both with boomerangs. I was scared of them. Yeah, one day I just threw one and it still hasn't come back yet. With their drones and screens and hot chips and lies. Because I sucked. I don't think I've ever thrown a boomerang that's like fully come back to me. Back in my day. So, okay. Real talk, guys. Another real talk. Of course, I get like super nostalgic and homesick when I leave for college. And that extends to like the last couple of days before I have to leave. And one day around maybe 6 p.m., I walked outside, and it was like, you know, it's 6 p.m., so it was getting darker, but it wasn't like lights out or anything. And my neighborhood was completely quiet. Not a single car. There weren't construction noises or a train or a plane or anything. It was just completely quiet. All you could hear was sometimes like chirps of birds and the trees. And like I just like had so many vivid flashbacks to like when my sisters and I would just play in our front yard. And like how fun freaking taking a face plant into the into the grass as tough. We'd like do cartwheels and stuff, like fall over, and how like the grass would like slightly itch, especially like the dead grass when it was the winter. It was like really nice to play outside because it was cool. And then video games happened, and I stayed inside. And yeah. But those childhood, and in that moment, I was like, I really wish I had a way to like permanently maintain these memories. Sure, they're like probably amalgamations at this point. They're not actual memories. They're just memories, fragments of my mind piecing together old stuff, right? But I'd still like to retain it with what little time I had. Go play tug of war with a pole. So cars stop. That's so evil. That's so evil. Touch cement. Truth. My neighbors would chase us because we made them stop for no reason. I love that though. I mean, it's pretty mean. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty mean. But I remember this was before my little sister and I knew how to use a computer. Like we had the family computer, but we didn't know how to like search things up on the internet. And so we would dig through my mom's purse for receipts because receipts usually have the phone number for like the place, like CVS or what is it called? Like some old clothing stores, whatever. Like Sears, right? Or something. I don't know. Not calling Sears. I mean, Sears is old, but whatever. And we would call them and prank call them. And one time, one of the people, we called them like twice on accident. And she was like, I'm going to call the police on you guys. And we were so scared. We were so freaking scared. We like put the phone down. We were like crying. We like took all the receipts, put them back in my mom's purse and hid it. Dude, that like, that's the fear of God into our hearts. Oh my God. Big play on her part. We were brave. We were stupid. And like the rush, a little rush of adrenaline you get every time you prank call. Dude. I remember like being so nervous that I would just start stuttering. Or like we'd do voices to try to make ourselves sound like older. I sadly can't remember. I just remember that we would do voices. Oh man, if only I knew. If only I knew what voices we did. Kids nowadays just swat streamers instead of prank calling him. I wonder what it's like to be and grow up as a kid with the advent of these technologies. What is kindergarten like? What is first grade like? Do they still have like Dixie cups? You know? I feel like there's no reason a school should ever get rid of Dixie cups. It's like to see grass and trees green. What are those? I miss Tromu. Dude, holy. I was more of a Nesquik kind of gal. But Tromu, or High C. Is High C still around? Algie knows some funk, probably, so you know what funk is. I heard it was a trend or something. Yeah, funk's like a music trend or music genre. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly. I'm not particularly a fan. There's some. It's very closely aligned with another music genre called breakcore, which I really like. Or like jungle drum and bass, but Yahoo, yeah, but it's not Trumu, man. Like Nesquik, Trumu. Actually, I would need to like taste them. Nesquik, Trumu, Yahoo, Nightcore. Okay, I'm not a Nightcore fan. Thinking of another milk with a cow mascot. What are other kids' drinks? What were they're called like barrels or something? It's like a juice and it comes in a little barrel. And you could buy them for like cents on the dollar at like a dollar, like literally a dollar store. Do you guys remember that? Or the like little ones with like the twist off plastic tops and like they're crazy sugary. Yeah. I drank one recently and I was appalled. Oh, Nightcore. Sorry, my bad. My Breakcore. Yeah, Breakcore. Those and Bug Juice. I only had Bug Juice once and I don't remember it, but I do remember having Bug Juice. What was the early 2000s being really like into like trash and slop? Like, remember those ads for like those little trash guys you could buy? Did a prank call once and got into serious trouble. Yeah, don't prank call people. That is I'm sorry to hear you got in trouble, but it's a good lesson to be learned. Let's see what other kids things. Push pops, but I feel like push pops are, generational. That's never going away. First video on YouTube is Nightcore, your idol. Newgrounds. I did not grow up as a Newgrounds kids, but I definitely know about Newgrounds and like all of my favorite creators, from Chris O'Neill and Psychic Pebbles to freaking Gooseworks had a moments in Newgrounds, including Germa, as we discussed a couple streams ago. My early internet days were mainly Minecraft and Happy Wheels. Not playing Happy Wheels, but watching like Jacksepticeye play Happy Wheels, and I would cry laughing. Like actually run out of breath, scary, cry laughing. What's that one game that Markiplier played back in the day? It was like a compendium of like big Newgrounds things at the time. It's such a fever dream. It had like Super Meat Boy, Justin Bieber, like all the just Twilight. No Time to Explain. I think that's the name of it. Good memories. I'm very glad to say Kool-Aid juice. Kool-Aid juice? I would never call it juice. I would just say Kool-Aid. You're talking about like the Kool-Aid like juice packets. Tropicana, Minute Maid. Are any of you guys Nightcore fans? I am not a fan of Nightcore. Then again, I've never listened to. Not that I'm not a fan. I just haven't listened to a song that I've liked yet from Nightcore. But I haven't listened to a lot of Nightcore. When I was a low brass section leader in high school, we had pre-band camp parties at my house. Make everyone Kool-Aid pancakes. Cool. Band. Band. No, it can't be. It can't be. I'm sorry, Monkey. I have to protest. Really? They're good? Those things are good? Unbelievable. Unacceptable. What Kool-Aid did you use? Was it blue Kool-Aid? If you put red Kool-Aid in pancakes, I'm actually going to be like, I think, red? Red? Whatever. Okay. I got a Game Boy for your 14th birthday. It's so fun. Heck yeah. I've never had a Game Boy, but I mean, there's many a person who have great experience with that. It was delicious. Interesting. I could understand blue Kool-Aid with pancakes, maybe. Did you just add it to the pancake mix? A lot of sugar? Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, Kool-Aid is just sugar, right? Like it's sugar and it's just sugar and food dye. Unless I'm mistaken. Maybe it was only good because of the sugar. Please don't tell me anyone put syrup on that. I feel like that's asking for a heart attack. My roommate told me an interesting fact today. Apparently, sugar dehydrates you more than salt. I haven't researched this at all, and I am not a person knowledgeable in such things, but I'm willing to trust him. There's your little fact of the day. Can you make it again and show us? I'm not sure if it's legal anymore. Like, I feel like they passed a law to ban that type of behavior. Kool-Aid pancakes. Oh, everybody, I finished Die Dark Volume 1 last night. Extremely fun. Very excited. I'm going to buy the second volume. There's a crossword on the back that I've yet to do. I wonder how the crossword works in the Japanese version. Like, did they completely have to change the crossword for the English version? If so, big word. Very red. I love Red 40. Got any Red 40 enjoyers in the chat? When we got to the convention, we got ice cups. Huge. This song, just because it's like a MIDI, I remember. I want to play like an RPG Maker game. Like just any. Just give me an RPG Maker game. Now we got another Ice Muncher. Crazy take, guys. And you're allowed to argue, you're allowed to completely disagree with me on this one. Snow cones aren't that good. They just... like, snow cones have this problem of like, just get another ice cream. Get another ice thing. Dippin' Dots, dude. Bella is an ice muncher. She's strong. I'll respect her because I respect Bella. Dude, you cannot convince me that like a dreamsicle is worse than or like an ice cream sandwich is worse than frozen ice. Like shaved ice. Cuz like more frozen ice. Dude, like if they put enough syrup, it's way too much at the top and then bad at the bottom. If it never gets through all the way unless you really try, right? And then they like coat the bottom of it. Way too much sugar, and it doesn't even taste that crazy great. Even if you put the entire thing of syrup in there, which doesn't taste good already, but whatever. Then like it's just of syrup. Give me a Dr. Pepper instead. Your voice is so up there, thank you. I definitely think it's the microphone though. The shaved ice puts a lot of condensed milk. I do enjoy when they add fruits on them. I'm fighting Kavel. Sorry, you guys. No more streams for you. You would lose. I was gonna make like a funny quip there, but no, you're just gonna lose. Sorry. Yeah. If you enjoy shaved ice, you guys can enjoy shaved ice. I am definitely not a fan though. If there was like an option between having any other frozen treat, I would take most other frozen treats. No praise Sonic, but hate on ice cones. Is there an overlap there? They are on a level playing field. Boom, another Sonic enjoyer. There you go. This is weird. That's 4 now. Talking about the Sonic. Oh, Sonic. Well, yeah, because like Sonic has the blasts. I'm not gonna get shaved ice. Slushies are a different story. They're ice. I've never really been like an ice enjoyer of specific places. In fact, put less ice in my beverage. Yeah, no, me neither. Their food is kind of just ridiculous. Put less ice in my beverage so I have more beverage. What? You know? Banana milkshakes. Very monkey court. My mom said it's time to lay down. Okay, have a good one. Get lots of sleep, all that good stuff. Sleep is very, 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 very important. I cannot stress that enough. Listen to your mom. Have a good one. Bye. And thank everybody in the Twitch chat for being so kind to YouTube chat people, or like going out of your way to read those messages. I forgot their name. Abigail. And don't worry, Barry, you get it passed because you're watching on 160p. Probably. I talked about it earlier this stream, but I'm going to talk about it again because no one was there. The freaking green heron at the park fishing. They're actually, oh yeah. The freaking green heron. It did the thing where it covered the water. I thought that was just like they were trolling for like the documentary I watched on birds one time of them like covering the water so they can attract fish. But no, it actually like put its wing above the water and then freaking stabbed a fish. Insane. I know, right? Oh my gosh. Such a cool bird. It walks funny though. And has like a weird neck. I'm lambasting this poor little bird. It's so cool. Anyways, it has a weird neck and it walks funny. Poor bird. I think heron is probably of the birds I saw today. The coolest birds are tied between the heron and the hummingbird. Because hummingbirds get a lot of attention, so I feel like that they would rank a little bit lower in like the nicheness category. Because like the heron and the fact that I got to watch a heron eat 2 fish, dude. Ironically, it's a catch and release pond, so that guy needs to like put those fish back. But I'm blessed to always have hummingbirds in my backyard. What? That's probably the first time I've seen a hummingbird in years. But that is really cool, Bear. You need to take a picture if you can sometime. Maybe, please, only if you want. I think they had a view where they were resting. Oh my god. I think I'm going to go to sleep, chat. Oh yeah, don't look in streaming on the Discord. Okay, I won't. Bye-bye, cat. Have a good one. Be good sleep. A video? Oh my gosh. Platypus? Is the platypus a bird? I thought they were like a mammal or whatever. Because don't they have the milk? Marsupial. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they're all above. All of above. Whatever. 1 has bill, lays eggs, can swim. 1 has hair. 2 has milk. 3 can walk on land. What are they? Marsupial. Oh my gosh, I have a bunch of apples in my fridge. I can't wait to eat those. Sorry, I'm just hyped. I got sugar bee apples, and they taste very good. Envy apple enjoyers can explode to death. You guys think drink? Sorry. Yeah, that's grody. My disc broke. I unbroked it. I'm allergic to the waxy outside of the apple. It contains pollen. I did not know that. Is it the wax that they purposely put on there, or is it just like how the apple works? How the apple is, how it be appling. I'm sorry to hear that. Apples aren't the best fruit, so I don't think you're missing out on a lot. The apple is, gotcha. They wax apples to extend shelf life. Oh, I thought it was just for aesthetics. Okay. My roommate and I were also talking about this today. I thought it was just for aesthetic. I'll still eat it. I'm allergic to cats, but I'll still own multiple cats, or my family does. My brother knew what a monotreme is. I'm a fake animal fan. Pff, I'm a fake animal fan. What's a monotreme? Is that what a platypus is? What is a treme and why does it only have one? It's a matter if I want to deal with an itchy throat. Oh, gotcha. I think my mom has this similar thing with like pineapple or something. But then a pineapple like actually attacks you. They got the little spines or whatever. Source that one daily dose of internet video. Wobbly lines, but accurate. So it's kind of the opposite of what we were experiencing during a warm up. Monotreme. Well, I guess I gotta Google here. Wait, give me a second. Did you guys also see the picture of like the ancient monotreme? Like the old depiction of what they look like prehistorically? That looks silly. I like it. And gotcha. Huh. Well, we learned something today. Shout out to your brother. That's like the equivalent of like name 3 songs for animal enjoyers is knowing what a monotreme is. Dude, if have you seen those videos of like artists, like people asking for signatures for things, and the artist being like, "What's your favorite song on the album?" And like, dude, I would not be able to answer that. Not that because I'm a fake fan, but I would just like freaking get stressed. If I ever got the chance to meet Tyler the Creator, it's like, "What's your favorite song?" First of all, I have multiple favorites. Give me an album, I'll maybe give you a favorite, right? But also, like, I would stress out. Go to bed. Okay, have a good one. Bye bye. Tree kangaroos? You guys cannot keep saying these cool animal things, and I'm not able to Google them. It's evil. Papa Gems. Oh my god. Okay, dang it. I have to go across my room. Oh my god. Dude. This is insane. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm not giving the sources for all of these images. You can call me a terrible YouTuber. Dude. Oh. Look at the paws. Wait, I just realized I can move my mic towards me. Look at the paws, dude. Insane creature. Okay, that was well worth a detour, I think. I'm just gonna leave that up there if you guys don't mind. That's just gonna be there now. This will be here to give us motivation going forward. I don't know why, but I just had a very like visceral internal reaction to the fact that I have to brush my teeth tonight. Like I already showered, but now I have to like brush my teeth and wash my face. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. Absurd little creature. I can't believe I've never heard of this thing. Especially in like lesson 5 when I was looking for unique animals and the such. Hopefully me holding this image up on my stream a little bit more. I completely missed that. There it is. Um will spread the word of the tree kangaroo to more people, courtesy of Monkey. I can see it. Yeah. Here, wait. After this line, I'll. There's those videos online of like people getting way too close to like wild animals that are dangerous, right? We've talked about this, like seals, especially seals. Uh I feel like this is probably, I mean, if it's kangaroo adjacent, then it's probably pretty dangerous, right? But this is one I would totally see and just wouldn't be able to help myself. Like you could tell me it like it can scratch your face off and I'll be like, okay, but like a little bit closer. I'm gonna Google more of them later, and I swear to God, if they're like almost extinct or something, I'm gonna be very upset. Don't be tempted. Don't be cringe. So true. We need to be better. But what if I have my phone out and I'm like recording for my Instagram story? Because that's like really important. The golden rule is like As far away as possible. Yeah, is there a golden rule? Like, if you see a wild animal, do not engage. 25 yards. Gotcha. Okay. I feel that feels like a safe distance for things. Unless it's like a fast cat, like a cheetah or something. Then I want to be like 100 yards if predator. Ah, okay. I see. Yeah, because if it's like a bear, I've seen how fast bears can run. Oh god, guys, there's a video. I'm not gonna like share it at all. It's just an insane video. It's of a bear climbing a tree with a dude in it, and he bear sprays the bear. And like it gets so dazed that once it goes on the ground, it runs straight into a tree, and it's fast. It boom, it like craziest video I think I've seen all month. Poor, it was a black bear. Um, but like oh my gosh, bears are fast. And yet there's plenty of people and like stopping on the side of the road to like throw stuff at black bears. Black bears are the more docile ones, right? Or like docile, like they won't instantly rip your face off. Meanwhile, brown bears are freaking after you. I don't understand how barnacles are animals. Oh, barnacles. I actually did a big report on barnacles in high school. We tried to find a way to turn zebra mussels into plastic. Yeah, their first instinct is to run away unless threatened. Makes sense. Well, at least it was precise, but not at all accurate. I feel like whenever I see pictures of black bears, they kind of look like, just bears, little guys. And whenever it's brown bears, their mouth is always open. They're always like freaking frothing at the mouth or something, just like going crazy style. There's a video I saw of a person like doing it like what happens if I boop these animals, and it's like there's a video of them literally like putting their hand inside of the mouth of like a black bear and like booping the nose and then like shaking their finger at a brown bear. Iconic, yeah. Went way too far into that corner, so I created this weird effect. But Hyrax, oh yes. I know about the Hyrax. Survival of the fittest. You get this. Could be an animal sanctuary rescue, but those aren't really great examples of conservation. Ah, I see. Yeah, no, it's I can't remember the name of the YouTube channel. It's a very, very popular one. But yeah, the Hyrax, I've seen videos, plenty of videos of that little creature. The Chihuahua of like the world, like the crusty little dog energy. Actual like cartoon teeth. Yeah, the stupid looking fangs that are just actual triangle. Like it's comedic. Bite me, yeah, like make a little like and go like "Arr!" I love the noise that they make. I never knew that one video. It was like a vine of that Hyrax screaming was a Hyrax until I like recently first saw them. Not the best cylinder, but we've had worse. I forgot this guy's still up here. Cool. Alrighty, I think that's a success. Hopefully you guys do too. Cool. So, with that being said, everybody, day 2 of the apartment streams going. No crazy internet issues yet. Knock on wood, right? But let's call it. Oh, wait, review. I mean, it's a kind of a cop out, but good cylinder except for the ellipses. I tried going slower at the corners and kind of pushed it a little bit too far, but nothing crazy. So yeah. I'm going to go watch YouTube in bed while eating apples because I'm a 3-year-old. I hope all of you have a wonderful night. Please get lots of sleep. Get a nice tall glass of water. Yeah, hydrate. Cool. So yeah, once again, thank you all for joining me tonight. Thank you, Monkey, Bear, Cat, Jims, and Abigail over on the YouTube side. If I forgot anyone's names, I apologize. And thank you to anybody who's watching in the past, present, or future with the VOD. You're kind of weird for watching the VODs, though. So yeah, once again, thank you all, and I cannot wait to see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.